Good morning. It is time for another garden tour. This week, I have some really big changes to share with you. I can hear my chicken laying an egg. She's loud. I have some big exciting changes to share with you. It's very bright today, and I realized I should have put on some sunglasses. So ignore all my eyes squinting. I'm a very big, I need sunglasses person. Are you that kind of person? Go. I'm that kind of person. So let me show you what's been blooming, what I've added, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's get going. First in my garden, I finally added this sign I bought months ago. I think it's super cute. I found it at Tractor Supply. I put it on the inside of the garden, and I did screw it to the fence instead of just hanging it because we got hurricanes, so now it can't blow away. So now let's talk about what's going on. But first, look at this. I thought I killed this last year with the freezes. It's growing back. So super exciting. Here is my tomatoes. So I finally have stakes put in for the front, guys. I got my cattle panel for the back. The cattle panel, oh, I forget how tall it is, but it is pretty tall. Some of my tomatoes aren't quite to it yet because it is back a little bit for it, but these guys are all getting staked up. I am waiting for my Tulsi to sprout, and I think we've had so much rain. We've had probably 4 inches of rain this week, and I might need to start some inside. It might not be in its favor to start it right here. But I have lots of things popping up here. I did add a few solar lights like this guy because it just helps light up when I need to walk here in the evening. My basil is doing fantastic. My kids like to pick basil and eat it, so it's just growing really good. Look at this. We have tomatoes growing here. I mean, look at that. So many fun things. I mean, look at this guy over here. It's just majestic. Tons of blooms. It's looking great. Even down here on one of my Roma tomatoes, we have a little guy. So many of my flowers here are sprouting. This guy is turning into a little topiary. If you've never grown the Genovese basil, it's just super cute little basil. I think it's super fun. I have it here and in a green stalk. So this area here is looking really good. Now if we go over here to all of these guys, look at that green stalk. So much is growing. Everything pretty much is sprouted. It is so exciting. And then look on this tomato guy. Look at those. Isn't that fun? This is a tomato I overwintered, so don't think I'm super ahead of the game. I did spend a whole winter babying these 2 tomatoes in my bedroom. But behind it, so many beans and cucumbers have sprouted. Flowers. This week I did pick a couple of my ground cherries and tasted them. They are delicious. I figured out my mystery tomato is aroma. If I go around here, it's got little arms. Look at this. Tomatoes. Do you see those back there? Everything here has pretty much sprouted. I just think one guy right here didn't sprout, but that's okay. I've got a bunch here all sprouted, which is very exciting to me. And look, the zinnia's open. Da, 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 da. This beautiful light pinky cream. This beautiful pink. You know, guys, I hate pink, but I love seeing them in zinnias. It's just such a happy color. Marigolds go in. And then if I go over to this guy, my really big marigold, it's about to bloom, and it will be yellow. It's just on the verge of it. And my tomatillos, they are filling out really big already. If I stand back, you can see they are almost to the top of the fence. They're doing great. This next week is time to say goodbye to the cabbage. I could probably baby it a little bit more, but you guys, most of the time we are in the 80s now, mid to high 80s, so cabbage is just not gonna hold on all that much longer. So it's about time to say goodbye, and I think I'm gonna fill it up with sweet potatoes because I've got sweet potatoes sprouting in my house. My garlic is also doing really good. We've got about another 2 months of this, May and June, and then end of June, July, it will all come out. So just a little bit longer. I did plant my cucumber in here. Poor guy is just getting adjusted to being trellised and not trailing from how he was at Home Depot. So I need to get him adjusted to going up my trellis, and my goal is to have him go up the trellis and then down my little sunshade thing. We did pull a bunch of beets out of here, and I weeded this area pretty good this weekend. Pulled a bunch of turnips. Turnips will be coming out soon. And then I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with my little celery patch down here. I haven't quite decided. And then same with this guy, look at those. This is what happens where we live. Just things take over in a heartbeat when you don't get to them. In my backyard, you'll notice 2 more green stalks. These ones are not mine, they are my friend's. I am plant sitting for them, and she has so many gorgeous things in hers. Like, look at these peppers, cucumbers, look at her pansies over here. They are gorgeous. Her parsley and some lettuce, tomatoes. Oh yeah, look at these pansies. They're so pretty. And then over here she has a bunch of tomatoes, some strawberries, so many cool things in her green stock. I mean, look at this. Da, da, da. And then look at this marigold she's growing. How big and full it is. It's beautiful. So many pretty ones. Here is my green stock over here on this side. Everything is looking pretty good. I did pick a pepper off this week. I picked a, a banana pepper. And I'm noticing here, there's another pepper growing. And this zinnia is down here, is about to open. So many fun things. There's just tons of blooms on my peppers. They are looking good. Here's my other Genovese basil. They just look like little topiaries. I think they're super cute. And, I mean, look at all those blooms. Can you see them all? So many fun things. Here are all my little guys in pots. Doing good. Strawberries. Look, I got a red strawberry right there. And then my mints. Here are my blackberries. They are doing good. Can you see all the pink? Those are blooms. Now this week at Walmart, I found these 3 blackberries on clearance for $5 each. They were bare root. They looked dead in the package, but they were growing. So they are here. They are thriving. They are looking so much better than they did when I bought them. And pretty soon, they will be big like this guy. This weekend, though, I did put my sink here. So I know it looks a little janky, but I don't care. I used what I can. It took 2 2x4s. My sink is fully repurposed, and it works great as a washing station. And then my bucket is a little full from all the rain, too. It just worked perfectly. So I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna get a hook though to hang up on my fence for my hose. So when you're washing, I don't have to hold it all and all that, but I'm very excited to have a little repurposed station here in my sink. And my sink is tall, but it's tall enough where I do not have to bend over at all. No back-breaking work. And so, great little garden addition. Here is my front bed. It is growing in good. It's very exciting. See everything going. Mints. This Cosmo here though, can you see that? It's like out of control. I love it. So this week you can see my big bed is finished. So let me show you what I got. But we're gonna work over there first. Here I added in some flowers down here at the bottom in these little guys. I don't remember what all I planted. So now we gotta wait for them all to grow. But I threw in tons of flower seeds. So here they are here. I threw in some around my lime, and you can see those little green bits. They are sprouting. I really need to decide what's gonna go here. I haven't decided, but I think I'm gonna take myself on a little bit of a shopping trip today we're gonna find something. Look at this bed. My thyme is just on another level. Can't believe all the blooms. My kale is just a nice little bush plant. It's multiple plants, but it is gorgeous. My parsley here is overtaking my Cosmo and my lavender. It's all becoming one. That's kind of what I want. I want it all just to fill in and mush together. And then on the other side is my bee balm, and it is just gorgeous and big. I love it. Now let's talk about Let's talk about this bed. It is long. It spans pretty much my whole front yard and encases 6 blueberry plants and a peach tree. Down here, I threw in flowers pretty much everywhere. So you can see the little green guys. I believe that was Alyssa. I did throw in a small pack of Dollar Tree beans because I want to see what they would do. There is milkweed. I believe these are zinnias and cosmos on the other side. That is a tomatillo. I threw in things everywhere, friends. So there's sunflowers, there's all sorts of, so you can see all the little greens popping up. There is ton. There is some borage, there's some calendula. I do have these little green guys right here I know are okra. I decided to put them here. I did sneak in a couple more tomatoes, you guys, I can't help myself. My peach tree here is doing pretty good. More and more leaves slowly growing on it. So everything kind of repeats. You can see all the blueberries. So many things just here in this bed. And I can't wait to see how it all fills out. And my daughter helped me plant, so some things are sown thicker and some places they're thinner, but I'm just excited to see how it all fills out through the year. This bed here, my sage is just gorgeous with the flowers. My dill's doing good. Everything's kind of filling in slowly. And I do have these 2 tomatoes. I'm trying to decide if I want to add in something else for like a ground cover, maybe more of the alyssum. I'll have to decide here soon. My bee balm's getting bigger. This oregano's gorgeous. This thyme is doing pretty good. I need to get in here and weed. This is my next goal this week, is give this bed some attention. My rosemary's, this big ol' honkin' oregano, and then I really gotta decide what to put here. My goal in my garden this week is to get my corner bed cleaned up and to really clean up the area I keep my garden in. I'm in here so much with so many projects going on, and I've gotten a lot of them wrapped up lately, but now I need to the cleanup. One of my projects this week is to really organize all of that stuff you accumulate from gardening, all my trays, some of my extra little pots, just that kind of stuff, and clean out my shed, you guys. Having a yard, you have things. So it's just because it's kind of fun having to organize it all. So there's a garden tour. You guys don't want to hear about me organizing my things, but all sorts of stuff. We are steadily in warm weather, so soon things are going to be growing, but soon it's going to be watching for blight, watching for vine borers, squash bugs, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be coming before I know it. So have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Bye, friends.